Just the Tip DJ podcast with your boy DJ Dez, my man Ricky Rico.
What's up, y'all? What's happening?
And DJ Netix. How's it feeling, fellas? How's it feeling? How was y'all weekend? How was y'all week? We haven't recorded in a couple, about a month. Something like
cool.
last month.
Gets the people going. You know what I'm saying?
The people want it now.
Shout out to everybody who's been watching the clips, following. A lot of views on that, so we appreciate y'all.
We got a bunch of subscribers.
Yeah.
I think we're at 100 now.
Yeah,
so it was at 50 last month ago.
It jumped.
We're at 100, jumped to 100 subscribers. So we gotta get this content out.
Yeah. So
for sure.
You guys ask, you receive. So we appreciate the love.
Yep.
Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, follow it. We're dropping all kinds of good clips.
Yeah.
So
we are getting into busy season for a few of these guys.
Craziness.
Bear with us while we're at it. But no, how was y'all weekend? How was the past couple of weeks since I haven't seen you on a bit?
Yeah, man, it's cool. Obviously, with my company, we are in peak season, so we are very busy putting productions together, trying new stuff, new gear, new lights, things like that. So obviously, it's cool, and then obviously in the mix a lot, trying to release some more mixes. A lot of people say I need to drop some more mixes, so definitely trying to do some of that stuff. But other than that, it was cool, you know what I mean? Just chilling. It's warming up now, so that's nice. That's
getting
nice.
better.
Weather is kind of crazy.
I was in Miami what was it, like about a
couple weeks ago?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Music week,
Miami
right?
Music Week.
Yeah,
I was there for
okay.
like a day and like 2 days. It was pretty dope. Good
That's good.
networking, good.
I had FOMO.
Good shows.
I ain't gonna lie, I had FOMO.
I didn't get to go to Ultra. I heard Ultra was pretty freaking crazy.
With the weather?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Shit got rained out big time.
Yep.
Y'all
The
see
first night.
Tiesto?
All right, so
That was very wild.
I was watching the live stream, and I'm like, either there's some kind of water effect going on, or it's fucking pouring out there.
Yeah.
And it was pouring, bro. Like,
My heart was broken.
I
saw
know
the equipment, and my heart was broken.
Listen, I'm not even a DJ plug guy like you are, and seeing those CDJs, bro. It's just like they're just taking it,
And
bro.
the sad part is the backline company stickers are on those CDJs, and I'm like, they got insurance, and I have insurance too, but they got better insurance than I do.
Yeah, bro.
For sure.
They're probably looking at it like, yeah, it's fine. We got like 12 more. I don't care.
Bro, they have at least 30 in their stock.
Oh yeah. They probably switched them out right there. But the big thing is, all right, because I'm sure that anybody watching this, I'm sure you guys had to hear it. And the live stream is funny because it shows Tiesto like talking, and it's pretty hilarious to me. But his set stopped mid-set, probably about 45 minutes in during the rain, right?
Yeah, but do you know why it stopped?
The mixer.
The
right?
mixer, yes.
The mixer gave out.
It fried.
It took a shit, yeah.
It fried.
I mean, basically just getting pounded on, bro. First of all,
I don't think any Pioneer equipment is water.
No.
Listen, Alpha Theta or not,
No, you
bro.
know
They ain't got no waterproof shit out yet. I don't want to hear that.
You know what though? If I'm not mistaken, I think the tours, the CDJ Tour Edition, they were like they were between the Nexuses and the Nexus 1 and the Nexus 2 that came out. They have like a built-in screen that goes backwards.
Okay.
So like it folds like kind of like a flip phone, but it's CDJs and a
like
mixer.
a water screen?
No, they called it the Tour, but it was like a if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the only one that was like waterproof.
But was it a screen or was it just a cover?
No. It was a screen.
I've seen
no,
it.
No. It was a full screen.
Okay.
But when you close it, it covers.
Okay.
So it covers everything. But
So it protects. That's supposed
but
to
if I'm
protect
not
it.
mistaken, I thought it was waterproof. I have to figure that out, but I thought it was waterproof.
You would think that by now, as much as CDJs are used outside, they would have come up with
I
something.
mean, not just outside, but clubs, drinks, all
Bro,
types.
I'm saying,
all
you would think
types
by
of
now
liquid
they out here releasing Alpha Theta shit, and it's like, yo, where's the waterproof CDJs at? Come on now.
No, the amount of money it costs to waterproof a lot of that stuff, the CDJs would cost. Just for them to waterproof fully would probably cost us another $1,000.
But you know, people will pay for it.
They would,
They'll pay
but
for it, man.
that's the whole point of having the insurance. That's the whole point
Oh,
of
you talking
having
about like
insurance.
the Pioneer Care thing, right?
No. Now it's
Not
Alpha Theta.
Alpha Theta
I'm sorry.
Care,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
The Alpha Theta
Get it
Care
right,
is
get it
just
right.
like
My fault.
it's just like Apple Care. You know what I mean? Like Alpha Theta Care is just like Apple Care. It covers all spills, liquid damage, stuff like that, and it extends your warranty to 3 years with water damage, liquid damage.
Okay.
It's not like my competitors' warranties where they cover drops and spills and hail and
Certain
storms.
things.
Yeah, certain things.
All these exclusions.
But I typically tell people, like, if you're running a claim, don't tell them exactly what happened. Like,
I don't know. There's live stream evidence of that shit. He ain't getting out of that one.
No. That right there, no matter how you look at it, that's going to happen no matter how you look at it.
Sir, you knew the
weather.
weather was bad, and you still put those CDJs out
Sir,
there.
you said that a drunk girl spilled some 42 on the CDJ, but what we're looking at is something completely different, sir. Like, I mean, all right, so that's cool, but the mixer gives out, right? I'm watching this happen as I'm watching Ultra because I wasn't there. So I have FOMO. I'm watching the stream. It's day one, right? It stops, which I knew was gonna stop any minute. Like, there's no way that mixer was gonna survive, right? Yeah. They swap out the mixer supposedly backstage. Tiesto's sitting there like, there's water in it. I'm not sure what happened, but we're just gonna see. No shit, bro. But then they swap the mixer out. Tiesto still has his back to the crowd, talking to his peoples back there. He's soaking wet, which that's another thing. Usually there's something over the performers, especially on the main stage. So I was really surprised that they left main stage completely exposed like that.
I think it wasn't just that, but it was also like the wind and the way the rain was just going.
Oh yeah, it was like a severe.
When we were coming
storm.
back, like, it wasn't the day that it was storming. That was the following day. But we were feeling the wind, and there was no rain. The wind was crazy. Oh, yeah. So I can just imagine when the storm actually hit, that was definitely not just straight rain coming down. That was like,
nah, I mean, it was enough for them to shut down the festival.
Yeah.
So if they shut down the festival for the rest of the night,
oh, it was real.
It's bad. It's bad. So to move on to this topic, right? Basically, as he's talking on the live stream to somebody, his mix just starts playing. Again.
Did you say his mix?
I would say his mix. And this is up for debate.
Well, that's the thing, is that most festivals, they pre-record the mix.
All right, let's talk
for the
about
lighting
this.
people.
Let's talk. Is it just the lighting people? Or
Yeah, because
the
lighting people actually get paid the most money because they're putting on the full
hell of
show.
a show. Yeah,
It's a whole
the full production on the show.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they have to get
Visuals,
all the
lasers,
drops, they have to get all the visuals and get it ready. So I mean, I understand, like, if it says 15 minutes, you could fake it till you make it type of situation up there too.
I mean, it's Tiesto. I'm not hating on the guy.
I think that's the controversy part of it. Is it like, if you're a Tiesto, if you're like a big time DJ,
yeah,
like,
You should have this down packed.
if it's for your show, then you're putting on a pre-recorded mix. If you're faking it till you make it, playing a pre-recorded mix, that's a whole totally different scenario. And I think that's where, like, the topic is at. Is like, is it okay for a big superstar DJ to put on a pre-mix because of the show?
Mark Garrix, all these guys, right? Is it okay for them to just go up there and press play and do their thing and throw some effects over it?
Throw a cake here and there?
They want their show to be perfect. Or guys like us, right? Like, if you told me, yo, you're playing Ultra main stage, right? I don't know that I could even pre-record. I get bored. I feel like I would get bored. I know I'm in front of thousands of people with fire and shit around me, but I would just want to perfect the set and rehearse it with my team. That's what I would do. And that's the debate right now, is that, are these guys being lazy because they just go up there, they made a mix, sent it to the light guy and said, make my show? Because I'll make the mix for the light guy, but when it comes time to do it, this is like, yo, it's gonna sound just like that, but I'm still performing the mix.
Yeah,
live.
but it won't. Even if you want to mix it as perfect as you want, like a milli.
Is it really that serious?
Oh yeah,
millisecond.
Of course.
Just that 1 second could throw off the whole light show
because of, like, the timing that you have on, like, the CO2, on the way
it's
all the
programmed.
movement. You literally moving a bunch of lights all at the same time, and they're all different. Yeah, it's more complicated than just.
All right, so the CO2 fired off when I said, everybody sit down. It's not the end of the world. Come on. It could be worse.
That's a wasteful of CO2s.
Bro,
but
thousands of pounds. But I mean, I was just shook. When I seeing it happen right in front of you, it's crazy because Ultra did nothing to even hide it.
Didn't Deadmau5 like speak about that?
Okay, so yeah, great thing. So for those who watch, it's a quick clip, all right, We're gonna play the clip so you guys can hear what we're talking about, and then we're gonna talk about it because Deadmau5, you know, it got brought up to him obviously because he was playing down there as well, and it got brought up. The whole Tiesto situation got brought up to him as well, and he's like, "Oh, have you ever faked a set?" And so, peep this clip and see what Deadmau5 is a fool, man. But see what he had to say, and then let's talk about it.
Most major festivals, you have to play a pre-recorded set. Like EDC, I would be surprised if somebody actually played a set that wasn't pre-recorded, to be honest. You know what a dead giveaway to a pre-recorded set is? The visuals. Believe it or not. It is so immaculately timed that everything is lining up. That means it's on a playback system. What do they do up there? Twiddle, filter knobs, and clap. Yes, absolutely. That's all you can do.
We're back. So,
all right. So,
so like, let's say you're a Deadmau5, and then production is telling you, no, we need your mix.
I guess,
where do you draw the line?
Where do you draw? Yeah, it's where do you draw the line? I think is
because I get it. Sometimes like some of these DJs have like their own VJ guy, like their person that does the visuals. They have their own team. Sometimes the festival, they have their stuff set up the way that they have it set up. So where do you?
He said that the bigger the festival, the more than likely I'm pre-recording a set,
right,
and playing it because he's like, he's very big on his productions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ultra last year when he played with Cascade, right?
That was fire.
It was fire. But speaking of fire, he clowns his production guy because he messed up the cues in the show. If you guys get a chance, go peep the set from last year. He literally says, "All right, Pyro guy, we're going to try this one more time. Here comes the drop." And he missed.
See, but then if they ask you for a pre-recorded mix, it's like...
I think it's because he pre-recorded. He's like, you should know this shit.
And you still missed it.
And you still missed the cue.
He probably didn't have the... he probably really didn't have the
fire ready?
The auto cue for it.
That's what I was going to say. If you get the pre-recorded mix, the whole point of it is for you to program the show beforehand. So you literally press play and run it.
These guys are maestros when it comes to this stuff, bro. Like their whole career is literally mapping a light show with
for sure.
Thing. You know what I mean? So you would think, at first I was like, oh, Deadmau5 is just trolling. But the more we talk about this, the more I'm like, all right, I guess it makes sense because I'm paying these dudes thousands of dollars to do one job. Mm-hmm. And when I go on that stage, I expect it to be perfect, especially if it's pre-recorded. But it confuses me a little bit because the Tiesto situation, like, what does the light guy do there? Did you just pick up where he left off? Because when his song started playing again, it was a good song back from when the music stopped. And that's when I was like, no way. Like, no way. This thing is hella pre-recorded.
Because then, exactly, what if, like, his CDJ was the one that stopped, the mix stops, and then what does the light guy do?
That's what I'm saying. So if you're the light guy, what the hell do you do? He's like, oh, shit, we're already a song ahead. Now I got to start the light show over again and hope that it matches up. I mean, he finished the set.
Yeah.
He did finish the set in the pouring rain, and that second mixer somehow held up. But,
sheesh.
I guess it's like, it's one of those things, man, because I've never, and I'm sure you guys have never done that either, where I've just gone up and been like, boop, you know what I mean, and then played.
Yeah.
So I guess that the dynamic of it or the size of the event, like Deadmau5 said, he's like, oh, if I play a nightclub, I don't give a shit. Like he said at a nightclub, he's not inclined to play a pre-record. He could play whatever the fuck he wants.
I think it's more of like on how big of a production you're talking about that you're doing. Like if you have a huge festival that's happening and you have a big stage, a big production, then it's like a different story than if you're just at a nightclub and there's no need for like a whole pre-recorded set of light show and then this whole production. So, I mean, I guess it depends on obviously, like, what you're DJing at.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't go to festivals, so, I mean, I cared more about the equipment being damaged. That broke my heart. Man. I'm not going to lie to you. That broke my heart. When I saw that, I literally was like, I would have probably went up there and probably just flipped out. Like, I'm very careful. When we went to go see, what's his name? Walker.
Alan Walker.
Alan Walker. We went to see Alan Walker.
Yeah.
It started drizzling.
And they stopped the show. I remember.
No, it was like, no. It wasn't. They stopped the show. It was actually at basically. It was
towards the end.
Toward the end, so they just ended it.
Yeah.
But like, my whole thing was his show was over, and then he was done, and it started raining, but then they still let the closers play while it's drizzling on my equipment
on your stuff
on my equipment, and I'm like, yeah, I think it's time for us to just wrap this up.
What did you just say or do?
Because I lost you at that point because you're like, I gotta go handle that.
So what ended up happening was I ended up finding like a staff of the hotel, and they brought me towels, and so
that was the solution.
Wow.
That was the solution at the time because number one, the production company that they hired had a huge stage, and they had these specific lights that they use for Alan Walker, for the thing, and for me, because I'm so big, I had to have them move one of the heads because it was moving heads. They were like sticks, like moving head sticks that move up and down too. I had to have them move the moving head so I could fit through the crevice to get to the stage. It was a mess, but
I wouldn't. I
wiped them down.
I was there
it wasn't
firsthand to see it. I was there firsthand to witness everything.
It wasn't like torrential downpouring. It was just drizzling. So I got in time and kicked those people off. The guy who hired me was like, "Yeah, that's okay. Let's get everything. Everything. We want no damages because they were responsible for it."
Right.
The closer DJs were like, she was just catching a vibe too.
Yeah, she was just like
she was using the Jesus.
I don't even know who the girl was. I've never seen a girl ever again.
I've never seen her before, but she was feeling herself, bro. And Des,
I was like,
"You're close.
Deuces, you're done." I'm like, "You're done. It's my gear. You're done."
He flipped the table. Was like, "My stuff. I'm taking it now."
No, for sure. No, and I'm just like, move. So, and I mean, and granted, I tested everything. All the gear still works, and everything's fine by that. But
no water damage, by the way.
No water damage, but it was just one of those things. Like, yo, like what, like what the hell? And I mean, really, in a sense, they kind of have like a layering of protection. They just don't have downpouring.
Right.
They can take some moisture to.
They can take some moisture to an extent.
Okay.
I mean, bro, I've seen CDJs like I've seen even mixers like rust from the screws because they're at venues that are by water. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
well, bro, that mixer lasted a whole 25 minutes of straight downpour before it gave out.
Oh yeah,
I gotta give Pioneer credit for that mixer.
Oh, for sure,
lasting as long as it did while he was up there.
I'll tell you that one. Listen, I've seen a few mixers run through water, and I'm like, this thing is taking a beating.
That was a V10, right?
No, it was an A9.
A9. Oh, A9?
Yeah. I think it was an A9. It was either A9 or a V10.
I think they swapped it out for a V10 though when they swapped the mixer. So
yeah.
That was.
They had all the gear. I mean, they had so much gear over there. They probably had at least 20 or 30 CDJs there at the venue.
Jeez,
but because they rained. They had to have 30 triaxle dump trucks dump mulch.
Oh yeah,
I
saw
to clean it all up.
I saw the video
to soak up all the water.
That was to not have all those kids playing around the mud and making mud and stuff. I saw that. I was like,
yo, this is nuts. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Only at Ultra, man. Do you see the shit that you saw that first day?
Yeah.
Imagine what it, because mulch. You know how mulch smells, bro. That smells like like
especially wet mulch.
So
yeah.
So not only do you have a whole bunch of like people who smell like they're at Burning Man after standing outside like that, but now you got wet mulch everywhere. It smells like Home Depot.
There was people that didn't even want to leave. There was people that didn't even want to leave. They're like, yo, why are we leaving? And they're like, yo, the fire department's telling us we have to shut down for your safety. These people didn't care.
Nah,
they're like, yo, I paid all this money for this thing. I don't care if I die. If I die, I die. I'm like,
plur, baby. Plur, baby.
I'm like, yo, y'all crazy. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Give me the drop.
I can't imagine like high winds and then like a windy, truss falls or something.
I think that's what they're worried about. It's like
no, that's exactly
what the rain is one thing, lightning is dangerous, and then also they're right on the water too. Like they're right there.
Literally right on the water.
They are literally right there. So it's not that hard for Ultra to get flooded out. Number 3 is I'm sure y'all seen all these nightmares. As somebody who puts trussing together for a living and builds stages, bro, the worst thing that could possibly happen is those winds coming up and one of those stages collapsing, bro. That is
all you see is a trusses,
bro. They're just robbing back
just
and
wobbling
forth.
Back and forth.
Tiesto's up there like, I'm not sure what happened to the mix, but you know, it's raining. Like, God, bro, the stuff that you saw backstage in that last year was crazy, bro. Ultra never disappoints, man. Ultra never disappoints. It's always something. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, I wish I was there to witness something. Not at Ultra, not that first day, but. You know, the rest of it looked cool though. You know.
No, the first day I would say actually wasn't even that bad. It was the second day. It was I believe Saturday.
It was Friday, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
I thought that was day one. Tiesto was on there.
Possibly. I'm not 100% sure.
I thought it was day one.
Possibly.
But whatever day that was, I'm glad I wasn't there for it. But the rest of it looked, pretty nice.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right. It was the first day. It was Friday.
What days were you down there?
I was just there Wednesday and Thursday.
But
then Thursday was the day that I was telling you that there was like very, very windy. Yeah. So I can the storm was on Friday, and then Saturday with some of the events for Music Week, like the pool parties and some of that stuff, were like, meh, because of still some of the rain and some of the stuff. So
to close this topic, simple yes no. Dez, if you were performing on a stage like that, would you pre-record the whole thing and just go up there and just push play?
Probably just pre-recorded. If I was in that stature of DJ-esque world and I was into that, I would probably do a pre-recorded mix to get it all right.
Netics?
I wouldn't go against the current. If they tell me we need a pre-recorded mix for this show, all right, I got you.
And most pre-recorded mixes are made through Ableton.
Right.
100%.
They're not actually hand.
Right.
Yeah. They'll map it with Ableton too. They got those light programs. Those guys got those like Grand MAs and they sync up with Ableton.
What you do? You're gonna go against the current and be like, no, I'm doing this live.
I mean, after like talking about it, at first, nah. Like I'll be like, nah, I'm doing this live, man. I'm gonna do it perfectly live. But I'm gonna do it live. But then
the first mistake.
Yeah, first mistake.
Arthur hand.
I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting hate messages from my light guys while I'm up there, and so the paranoia in me, like the DJ in me hates it, but the paranoia in me and the production in me is like, yeah, I would probably do it. It's hard to like envision. I guess the energy is what keeps you just up there, kind of doing your thing, right?
Yeah.
So that you don't get bored up there while you're just playing a mix and turning knobs and shit. But it's hard to picture it because I'm not in that position. But yeah, I guess I would do it.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Alpha Theta and Pioneer, since we talked about them last episode, we had an event here last Wednesday.
Dope.
Oh, yeah.
We had the Euphonia, which is a rotary knob mixer that was not there.
Sounds so.
It was.
But they were down in.
Yes.
They were there.
They weren't in Ultra.
They weren't in Ultra, but they were at Miami Music Week.
A bunch of music.
Yeah,
at Miami Music Week.
They sent out, I think, 10 mixers down there.
Louis Vega was one of the main ones that were at Euphonia.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yep.
Really dope mixer. We had it here. We plugged it with the 3000s, and we had about 30 people that came that night throughout the night, and it was fun. And we played with the Omnis Duo, which is the new.
How was that?
It was actually.
You already know how I feel about
pretty cool. The color, I still don't like the color.
Yeah.
It looks better in person than on like photos.
I personally think it still feels and looks like a little toy.
It does.
Did you play on it?
I literally did one of these, and I was like, yeah, this is not for me. Went back to the.
You didn't hit the wiki wiki.
Yeah!
You didn't hit the wiki wiki.
I didn't even bother.
Well,
that technology behind the what's the module called, the wireless one that you can.
Oh, Soundwave.
That is dope. The controller itself, I'm like, meh.
Now the Soundwave technology is actually pretty cool because I thought it was in the actual controller,
but it's not.
But it's not. It's a separate module that you plug out from the output of the
controller to the module.
Do you have to charge that though, like a phase? Like you have to charge it separately?
You could actually charge through the speaker.
Oh.
So as a USB-C.
Wait,
what's the name of that speaker again?
So you didn't see that part. So inside the speaker, there's a cubby hole, and has a USB-C out cable already connected to it, and then you plug the USB-C in.
A lot
and
of wireless
charges.
Speakers have this. A lot of wireless speakers have this.
So it charges itself, and then you do that. That's how you take it out. I thought the audio went from the controller to that box.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Woo, way better. Not
as bad as the first time. Oh, there's a part 2.
Here comes the bloopers.
Yeah.
Somebody pass him a napkin.
Yo.
This one is gonna keep recording. Yes, we got the bloopers. We got the camera. We got it on camera.
Yo, he's take 5, baby. Take 5. Yo, you got a mop?
Yo, he said, "Do you have
He's getting wet over there, bro." Like shit.
A few moments later.
Yo, I'm gonna go get some mulch real quick. Let me go get some mulch real quick. We gotta cover that up. We gotta cover that shit up. Yo, it's getting crazy over there.
Clean up crew.
I think I stepped on it, man.
Few inches later.
The fire marshal said it's not safe to keep recording this.
Just keep recording. Just keep recording.
Oh, it's all over me.
Oh.
He said he stepped on it and said
I told you should have grabbed the mulch first. What are you doing?
Eventually.
Where were we? All right, the modular.
The module. Like,
Jesus. Oh my God. Wow. If someone just showed up on time, this wouldn't have even happened.
bro,
Wow.
I didn't know being late gives you severe Wolverine nose. I didn't know it worked. I didn't know it works that way.
I cannot stand you. All right.
Back to the module.
That module could connect RCA through any device. So even the Euphonia, we could have done it through the Euphonia wirelessly through the sound wave, but it still does Bluetooth. Just the sound wave has basically 0 to no latency.
It's all Bluetooth enabled?
It's its own type of Bluetooth that only connects to the Euphonia. I mean, to the Wave 8.
So you can't, let's say I had the Euphonia.
No, it's not the Euphonia.
It's the Wave 8.
It's the speaker.
So just say you have the Wave 8. The Wave 8 is the speaker.
Okay.
Yes.
Just say you had your Rev 7.
Right.
You could plug your Rev 7 to the box, and the box links to the up to 8 Wave 8s.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I don't need wires or nothing.
No.
Just that box.
Just that box. But you're looking at $8,000 for 8 Wave 8s. They're $1,000 a piece. Yeah.
The technology is dope. The price?
I do like the technology.
You're paying for the technology because Everse 8 is $750.
Yeah.
And an Everse 12 is $1,000.
Yeah, see, and that's a 12, man.
Yeah.
And it has all the same features. You can charge.
It has Bluetooth. It has everything. Well, no. So the Everse, the Everse does have a power out.
Okay.
But it only actually powers EV microphones.
Wait, what?
Yes. The amount of power for that cable, only because they built that cable specifically for EV microphones, they tell people that you can use it for other ones. But there's a company that makes specific cables for your specific power diagram.
But the whole point of having that is so you could universally power your Lavi or
they want you to use their stuff. Yeah. Like I just had to answer that question today with a guy. He has an SLXD, and he's like, "It's not powering," and I'm like, "It won't because of the power diagram."
How can they even distinguish that? That's crazy.
That's why this other company that makes the cable knows what to do to wire it correctly for it to distribute the amount of power it's supposed to do.
Okay, see, I got a problem with
That's some serious engineering.
Yeah, so I already paid. Let's say I already paid the $8 something for that speaker.
Yeah.
Right. I love EV. Right. Personally, all the sound that we own is EV. So, that's fine. Yep. I love EV as a brand. But what I don't like is this whole exclusivity thing. The Alpha Theta thing I can get because because it has a module, right? And that's their technology. So I understand
it's not really,
that whole thing. But
they're not right and they're also not wrong. It will power some microphones, but it won't power all the microphones. So companies like Sennheiser and like Shure, it won't power because of the way that they're powering their boxes.
Which is two of the most popular microphones.
Yeah, but like EV is kind of something that's like Audio Technica or Pow Pro, or their power ratings are different. It's really just power diagrams. It's all engineering. That's really comes down to
Listen,
it.
as a mobile DJ, I feel like they're making it real difficult.
But bro, the cable's only $20.
So if I get that cable, I could power any microphone.
No, you're powering your specific microphone that you're using.
Okay.
So if you have like a GLXD, you'll contact this company. The company you say
they'll make a cable.
They'll make a specific cable for your GLXD.
All right, that's cool and all, but that's still an extra step, man.
It's,
the other wireless speaker that has more power that you can plug into is, I believe, the JBL.
They all do now. The JBL, the Mackie.
The Mackie doesn't because I have one.
No, the new one. They just dropped the new one.
The Thrash one.
Yeah.
Okay.
They made a new one, and that one does USB-C out. Okay. So they're kind of pushing. Okay. Everyone's pushing USB-C out. So if you get a USB-C cable, but what we're going to right now, this year, I guarantee you this one, going into 2024 into 2025, that everyone's going to have USB-C in power.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
What is it with the USB-C that makes it so like special?
Universal?
It's because it's universal. Because it's universal. It's kind of like in layman's terms of like Marvel. It's like the Iron Man's arc reactor.
So everybody get an arc reactor is what you say.
Basically, yeah.
There'll be iron people everywhere now.
I mean, I'm not against it. I like it.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately everything was cool. I like the mixer was cool. I'm not really a rotary guy, but everything on it looked really dope.
The mixer was fire.
I've never played on a rotary mixer before. Explain that to me.
The mixer was fire. I know that
it's the sound quality, right? That's the difference.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you about.
Yeah.
The way that the inside of that mixer is built, the component that
I think they said it's Neve or something like that.
Yeah.
The preamps or whatever.
Yes.
Like the preamps itself, the mixer itself is $4,000.
$4,000?
$4,000. Now, someone told me this one. They said to me that you're literally paying for the preamps.
Yeah, one of those preamps, it's about all that amount.
Okay, I mean, built-in preamps is nice. I'm just thinking from like a producer standpoint, right, or like audio equipment, right?
Yeah,
having built-in preamps on a mixer. Was it a big mixer?
Yeah, it was.
It's a tank. It's not like that big, but it's
heavy.
It's a tank.
It's 17 inches. It's 17 inches wide. Number one, but here's the thing about it. Wide,
super
17 inches wide, but since you don't really do rotary knobs, right?
Yeah.
The thing about rotary knobs is, and I don't know who started this, but they have wood sides.
On this one, does it have that?
Yeah,
it does. So that's what makes
that's just a nostalgia thing.
It is. It's just really like a aesthetics of it.
Yeah. I think that's.
It is really nice because most of them are like natural wood. This is like a dark mahogany color.
Alpha theta wood. That's that good wood. That's that good wood.
So, but the mixer's cool. Like, would I use it personally? No. Would I use it for rentals? Probably not either.
I don't think there's enough demand, or I don't think that first of all, there's not enough demand for rotary like that in your line of business. I don't think. Ironically,
there is. I actually got hit up for a rotary knob mixer rental for June, and I don't have that particular one. And that particular mixer is actually $4,000. It's a custom made mixer, hand built in Italy.
Who else is making rotary mixers right now out in the market, like openly?
Openly,
Alpha Theta.
Other than Alpha Theta?
Headliner.
No, they're all. Well, there's Headliner, but that's very, very basic.
Yes,
that's very, very basic. Like Headliners,
similar to the Alpha Theta mixer.
I don't know the brands because I don't sell them because they're all boutiques. It's all boutique. They're like Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
But are there people
buying them? Yeah, overseas.
And are there companies?
There's a lot of guys here.
Here's our rotary mixer. Here's our rotary mixer, right?
There are. Because like Rain had one called the EP.03, and that was the last one. Now that mixer, when they first came out, was $1,500. That same mixer, because they discontinue it, is now worth $3,000 to $4,000, pending condition.
Yeah. So I'm looking.
It is Neve. It's Alpha Theta and Rupert Neve Designs. They came up with that that transformer circuit.
It's really
that, and pretty much like those preamps from Neve are close to $4,000 or more. So that's what makes it. And yeah, that sound quality overall. And there's another thing that we were testing out, that if you like you know how in some mixers you just turn up again and just distort.
It distorts. It has no distortion.
No distortion at all.
Bro,
you can have it
beautiful.
Bro, that thing was cranked in Redline and did not distort anything.
No distortion.
Okay, that's nice.
Quality and sound, it's
for the money and what you're paying.
Yes.
Because I mean, the same amount of money for that is what the V10 is. What you're looking at right now is the Play, and that's not even a rotary knob mixer.
See,
but that's a boutique mixer too.
You know, I'm trying to look at like basically what I was looking for is like, is there something else out there other than this?
I think it's called Eckler. I think it's called Eckler, ECLER.
I saw that. See, I saw that right. Let's see. You know,
but it's a boutique thing. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's really a boutique type of thing that's overseas.
So they tap. Oh, there's the Eckler. Okay, so they tapped into what I'm seeing here is basically that. Oh yeah, there goes them wood sides you were talking about.
Yeah, and how much is that right there?
So this Eckler I'm looking at, the Warm 4 rotary mixer is roughly about $1,500.
And that's what the MP 2015 from Rain was. And that was before InMusic acquired Rain. That came out.
Okay. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean,
technically the A-Track mixer is a rotary knob mixer since it has rotary knobs, even though it has crossfader.
I guess the big thing is, you know, enthusiasts. I see.
Well, for the Euphonia, outside of the fact that it's a rotary mixer, I think it's the components that makes it completely stand out, and the sound quality, obviously, compared to all the other ones. I don't think there's any of the other rotary mixers, and I'm not a big rotary mixer guy.
Yeah, because
I think the Euphonia completely took it out of the water as far as quality and sound and the components inside of it compared to all the other rotary mixers.
Hey, you said it had digital preamps, right? Or is it just preamps built in?
It's
I saw like a screen on the mixer, right? Or is that not a screen?
No, there is a screen on the mixer. That screen also, it has like a old school bouncing meter, needle beat meter.
Okay.
So like it has 4 needles. So like if you are running 4 CDJs, you'll see each one.
Okay,
in its corresponding color.
That's kind of lit.
So like one's blue, one's orange, one's green, one's red. So you'll see them bouncing, which was cool.
Okay. All right.
You have the master isolator too, so you have like the lows, the mids,
the highs and lows, and everything.
You can do the effects. That's another dope part that I really liked. The effects is not like how in all the other mixers that you get to pick the channel and you get to pick like what effect. It's all send and return. So you're doing send and return directly to the effect section of the mixer, and then you just trigger it like with the send and return knobs.
Yeah.
I think it's more appreciated by people like Netix who are DJ producer like duos. Like
you get a lot more
because the preamp is a producing preamp.
Right. So I think that's the market they're tapping into is DJs.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is not something that everyone's going to buy.
Bilingual DJs, right? Basically meaning like, yo, I DJ producer gang. You know what I mean? Because I don't produce like Netix does, right? Basic edits and stuff like that's one thing, but Netix be dropping tracks left and right. So
I really like the mixer. I was asking about it. I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll get one, but it is the price.
That price point is wild
because you already have the V10. So I mean, you know, the point of even trying to get that makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
It does, and it'll just be to
really sit there.
It's really just to say you have a nice something like
wiki.
Yeah. wiki preamp, wiki preamp, wiki. That's it. See it on the preamps, boy.
I saw April Fools there. They had the V10, but they photoshopped it to like 12 channels.
Channel,
with an extra long crossfader. I was like,
well, did you see the Euphonia 7?
He thought about it. He was like, yo. Can you rake this reel for me, Alpha Theta?
The Euphonia. Wait,
they made a Euphonia 7. It was with it was 2 channels. It was basically a 2-channel rotary knob mixer with the Rev 7 platters.
Yeah.
What the? Oh my! I was a controller. Oh my!
Yeah, it's a controller for April Fools.
Can you imagine the first ever Euphonia rotary controller, bro?
When I saw those two, I was like, yeah, April Fools on full effect.
Oh, for sure.
I would low key fuck with the controller.
You know, a couple of weekends ago, I had a play at a college bar, bro.
How did that go?
Oh.
Without dropping any names or any locations.
Yeah.
Let's just say this place. I know
exactly where he was at, too.
I think we both do.
Let's just say this place was very, very, very...
Come on. Let me hear it.
I went there. You know what's crazy? Before I even
say
get to
you went there for research purposes beforehand?
No. 10 years ago, about 10 years ago, I came down here to see somebody, and we went to this venue, right?
Right.
And I had said to that girl, you know what? I think I can see myself DJing here. They're playing all the stuff that I play.
Little did he know.
Now, that was 10 years ago. Mind you, that was 10 years ago. Now, 10 years later, and I'm over here like, oh my God, I'm here now playing.
Yo, my kids are in here, yo.
Bro, these guys, did you guys know that there's a song called Ron Artest by 42 Doug? It's a hip hop song.
Yep.
And I literally thought that he asked for Ron Artest, that he was asking for a song from Ron Artest. I didn't realize it was like Obama or like a Jack Harlow song. What was the Jack Harlow song?
Oh, Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero. Like it's like, can they really stop making songs after basketball players? Like, I don't need like a LeBron James song next. I don't need a Larry Bird song next.
It ain't gonna stop anytime soon. It ain't gonna stop anytime soon, bro.
It's just crazy to me. Like,
especially with the younger group.
Well, in my head, I'm like, why would you want to listen to a song from Meta World Peace? That's my whole thing. Like, I literally thought, I was like, why would you want that? But they were listen, bro, they were asking for everything. Like, I got asked, so these girls were like, can you play Country Girl? It's my birthday. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what you're asking for.
It's
whatever.
My birthday.
Then they come up 10 minutes later, and it's 8 of them. And all their phones are above their heads.
They multiplied.
It's like, it's my friend's birthday. Can you play Country Girl with a heart? And
they were about to jump you.
At least it was a heart and not all of them with arrows pointing at the birthday girl.
She put a heart, bro. That means that, it could be worse.
It could be a middle finger emoji.
Here's my whole thing, though. Here's my whole thing.
Play Country Girl and it's a fucking like cucumber.
But listen, though.
Fuck. Damn it.
Oh my God, guys.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Listen.
10 years ago, I did not imagine this.
Where's the closer?
You don't really play country music, but you do.
I did.
What song do you know that says Country Girl?
Country Girl Shake It For Me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, if you saw it just said, can you play Country Girl, would you think that song immediately?
Yeah. I would.
You would.
I would think so.
In my head, I thought maybe they know a new song called Country Girl.
So you played it?
No, let me get there.
Oh.
So I pointed to one of the girls. I was like, I pointed to one girl. I was like, come here. I was like, what? Yes, I did that. I'm like, come here, come up here, come up to the. I was like, hi.
You're like somebody's angry dad at the club, bro.
I'm like, hi.
You with the phone in your forehead.
You
get
over
up here.
Heart emoji. Bring that ass over here.
I'm like, hey, hi, my name is Desmond.
She's probably scared,
I'm a human
man.
being. She's like, hi, my name is Allie. I'm like, oh, okay, hi, Allie. I'm like, what Country Girl song are you asking for? She's like, Country Girl, Shake It For Me. And I'm like, why would, listen, I was like, hey, next time just be specific, because I thought maybe there might be a new Country Girl song by Morgan Wallen.
Overthinking it, bro.
It's not that I'm overthinking it because I don't play that much country. So if they know something new because of TikTok, because of Spotify, I don't have Spotify account anymore. I don't even have Apple Music anymore. So I'm saying if there's something new that I don't know about, it's just like the new Beyonce account. I don't have the album. So it's like, if I don't know what it is, be more specific, because I'm shooting darts and trying to get something to work.
Yeah.
So, I do my little Country Girl Shaking For Me to high in here, and then I do my high in the kitty little thing because somebody asked for
The kitty.
Yeah, because somebody asked for Bad Bunny.
The kitty.
Somebody asked for a Bad Bunny. Somebody asked for Bad Bunny. So I went into those three, and bro, like,
was it an open format room? Or did they want all night?
They wanted.
I don't think they had.
No. They did.
It's a pretty
got
style place.
No, they got and I played some and some stuff wasn't sticking. And I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. We closed 30 minutes early Friday, and we closed an hour early Saturday.
But see, you were there during spring break, though.
Yes, I was.
That's
and
the
that was
most
also
dead time of year you could ever play at a college bar.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you're in like Key West or Panama City.
Yeah, but still, I just was like, I would never go back.
It was that bad, huh?
I can't say I was scarred, but
you have nightmares about Country Girl?
No, I love that. Listen, I even played country music because for some odd reason, bro, they started like country line dancing randomly in the middle of the freaking dance floor. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's
bro,
the non-spring breakers. That's how you do.
But it was all kids, because like what I realized what it was kids who were coming back to Orlando because they're from Orlando, but they go to school somewhere else. It wasn't
Yep.
UCF kids. It wasn't Rollin kids.
It
wasn't
spring breakers, bro. They weren't cool enough to go to the beach.
Yeah, like they weren't.
They're staying at their parents' house.
These are all kids that are visiting their families. So one of the girls I was like, "Oh, you go to UCF?" She's like, "Oh no, I go to was it FAU? Was it FAU down there?
Atlantic. Yep.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I go to FAU." I was like, "Oh, you're visiting your family?" She's like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Me and my girls want to go out tonight," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like,
I fucking hate it here, but here I am.
I was like, yeah. So it was just it was an experience. That's for sure. Like it's not downtown, but I guess
it was different.
I've earned my stripes.
Your first time playing there?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought you played there before. That's
no.
why I was
No.
okay.
That's my first time playing there. Like, because you know what? You know what's funny is that people are like, "Oh, you played in Orlando before." I'm like, "Yeah, I've played at like Crow before it was this previous Crow because Ricky put me on, and it was fun.
Yeah, good times.
It was good times.
Rooms are different now, man. Rooms are a little bit different now anywhere you go because
a lot of things are different.
A lot. That's me being nice about it, bro. I'm trying to be nice right now because I'm always the mean one on the podcast. But I just said venue. Obviously, I've played there many times. Back then, 10 years ago, when you first walked up in there.
You probably were the DJ 10 years ago. I'm going to tell you guys on the shoot. I don't even remember who was DJing then. I wish I did, because I can't even find the photos with me and that girl. Because she had mostly all the photos back then.
If you talk to her the same way that you talk to this other girl that walked up,
I understand why you have no pictures of. She's like, I'm destroying this, and I'm out.
No. Listen.
Get over here.
Listen, it wasn't. Listen.
Okay, Scorpion.
That's what he sounded like. That's what he sounded like in the club, bro.
He didn't use.
He didn't even. You want to drink? Get over here.
He didn't use his Barry White boy.
There's no Barry White back then.
Listen. They
about the fatality in the club, bro.
I was throwing darts. Nothing was sticking, and I learned. I still got paid. A bill got paid.
A paid gig is a paid gig, man. At the end of the day, a gig is a gig. You go in there, you do what you gotta do. But especially in a college room. At Netix, have you played in a college room recently at all, or no?
Not recently, but I have before.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So obviously, college rooms, and this is good because we're gonna talk a little bit of chart talk, but college rooms, especially now. So a big chunk of my business is we have a lot of proms and homecomings, right, for my production business. Those are kids. They're not even in college. Those are kids. You're talking about 14 to 18, right?
Yeah.
And every season, I'm talking, there's only months in between those changes, right? Probably 3 or 4 or 5 months in between homecomings and proms, right? Every season, they are listening to different shit.
Yeah.
And more or less, that's how the college rooms are, TikTok.
Yeah.
And whatever they're vibing to, you got the classics, you got stuff that, and even in the EDM world, right? Mm-hmm. Even in the EDM world, there's trends. One thing I want to talk about right now, since, and I meant to bring this up earlier, Netix, you probably know more, but drum and bass, man. Mm-hmm. Drum and bass. Before, if you lived in a drum and bass, you were a weird emo kid who grew up in a broken family.
Yeah.
And now,
it's getting bigger and bigger.
It's the cool kids thing. Like, it's replaced. It's like the new dubstep. Mm-hmm. It's like literally the new dubstep.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely.
Definitely. Right now, I've had to, at my residency, because we get a lot of college kids there, right? I play in a college room every Thursday. And I've got asked for, obviously, Chasing Status, right? Chasing Status right now is probably one of the hottest D&B groups now. But they've been around for a minute. And if you listen to old Chasing Status, you're like, ew, you're weird. Like, what is that? That's not house music, right? Mm-hmm. But now, you play Liquor and Cigarettes, and they go fucking insane. And they're selling out like main stages. So it's crazy because you just don't, like, with trends, the trends is really what it is. I don't know how long DMB is going to be popping like that. I think it's probably going to last another year before it starts kind of like dwindling out or has to evolve into something else, or maybe longer. I could be wrong. It could be longer because dubstep was around for a few years before it kind of dwindled out too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like what it is playing in these younger rooms now, is that you You have trends in hip hop. You have trends in country.
It evolves fast.
Quick. Quick. Sometimes I do give the younger DJs who work for me, who do these events for me, I give them credit because they keep up with those trends. I'm honestly super behind, right?
Well, I mean,
I think it's the age demographic.
It's a demographic because just like, you know, I was watching a podcast the other day, and there's a DJ on their podcast, and they were talking about how he has nothing newer than 2010.
Damn.
He said after 2010, he does it's anything before 2010 he'll play, and then everybody's like, oh, well, why? He was like, because I don't want to play any of the new stuff. And
he's getting booked regularly. Must be nice.
He gets booked for what he specifically does.
Throwback parties,
basically.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So and that's his niche, and that's how he makes his money. Then hey, you know what I mean? You can't knock the man.
Yeah.
But I understand because it is frustrating. Even for me, like I'm about to there's a program out there that will allow us it will go through your whole entire database and fill in the blanks of your years of your music. Because a lot of my tracks don't have years. And then I got them in different folders that shouldn't even be there.
I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know the name. I'll find out the name. I'll have to give it to you. We'll pop it in the thing. But
we'll have to talk about that too.
Nice.
So,
but but then there's other there's a lot of different programs we can talk about for the next podcast. But that's what I'm saying. Like for me, like even like that gig, like bro, I was throwing darts, and so the second night, I was here at the store, and I'm like, okay, let me go through the charts.
Did you hit a bullseye at all? I see a lot of throwing. At least one bullseye. Come on, there's got to be a happy ending.
It was a few of they closed early both nights.
All right, I guess that wasn't the
bullseye.
Yeah, bro,
I'm going the fuck home early tonight.
Saturday, no, legit.
Fuck yeah.
Saturday night, I literally played Unts for the last probably 15, 20 minutes, and that was for 10 people.
Man,
and he was like, we're gonna cut it early. I was like, okay, bro.
All right, man.
I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, yes. He's like, it's cool. He's like, it's spring break. We understand. And I'm like, you understand? I'm over here mad as hell because I don't. You know, the one thing about being a DJ and DJs, if you listen to this, not every room is your room.
Yeah.
And we get it. And trust me,
sometimes
I get it.
Guessing up, you're a stranger.
Sometimes you got that bill, man. you got that monkey on your back, and you just got to get the bill paid. And that's exactly what the hell I did.
Yeah.
Was to make sure that my rent was paid on time.
I've been in those situations where I've covered a completely I've never been. They're used to Desinetics, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
And I go in there, and they're like, "Who the hell is this?" And I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll do my thing, but even my thing sometimes is not good enough, or they choose not to even vibe to whatever you're playing.
Yeah, because they're so used to the person.
Used to,
and that's the problem is that people won't
people.
give anybody a chance in a sense. Because
right now.
It doesn't make sense. Because I was watching another podcast the other day, and they were talking about open format is dead.
Oh, I saw that.
Because of the simple fact that you can't play. And their example was you got people that want to listen to John Summit, you got people that want to listen to Sexy Red, you got people that want to listen to Bad Bunny, all in one night, and you can't please everybody.
Some people. They're okay, kind of waving around.
Like that room.
Most people in a room, you're gonna when you play one thing, they're gonna get hyped, and the next thing you're gonna
say their phone. But that's the problem with this generation is, and it's also our generation too, because now our generation is becoming their generation. Is that they're so stuck to their phones?
Well, I think it's more than the phones. I think it's more of a sense of
partying.
No,
status quo.
I don't want to say even entitlement, but it's like you have accessibility to get whatever you want at any given time
Yeah, but here's my whole thing, right? So like they were saying, these curated parties, right? Like what you got going on for your venues that you're doing, you're basically curating your own party. Really, you're curating every single night because yes, it's a Latin venue, but you're curating the Latin house, the regular house, all that stuff as well, which is cool. But it's like I was listening to R&B and Ribs, and I was listening to one of the DJ's mixes the other day, and it's R&B and Ribs. That's the whole point of the party. Is you're supposed to be.
But those are specifically curated.
Exactly. But here's my thing: the DJ wasn't playing all R&B. they started mixing hip hop in it. And I'm like, what's the whole point of being R&B if you're not going to stick to the format of the situation?
Yeah.
So are they going to, like, and I've done a few R&B, all R&B parties, and like it'll get ratchet. Like I'll get ratchet like at the last hour.
Yeah.
But the first 3 hours, we're playing Neo. We're playing like I'm just getting y'all warmed up. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of the R&B. But it's like I don't expect to go to Arrow. Sorry, I meant to say the place. Sorry. But
bleep hip.
I don't expect to go to a venue that only specifically plays house to be like, can you play Drake?
Well, I think this market, right? The market that we're in, that being O-Town, is unfortunately only curated parties, with the exception of a couple with some of our friends that we know of, right?
Yeah.
With the exception of a very few venues, everywhere you go is only curated to one type of music, and that's what you're getting. And that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like that in every city. I know New York is obviously not like that. Other places I party, Miami's not like that. There's a couple open format places there too. But in the market that we work in, that's it, man. You pick your poison. Like, you're not mixing drinks. You're gonna go to said venue and it's EDM. You're gonna go to said venue, it's house. You're gonna go to said venue, it's techno. Now even the EDM is being split up.
Yeah.
So
You have like hard techno. You have just like house, techie stuff.
Bro, man. I saw a flyer for hardstyle. And
Hardstyle's a thing, man.
And I was over here thinking to myself, how much drugs are you going to be on to listen to that for 4 hours?
Look, well, that's a long time. That is a long time.
That is a trip to me.
But hardstyle's like the DMB craze. So hardstyle also was one of those types of music that kind of just started lingering in, and then everybody's like, oh, I'm cool. I listen to hardstyle, Which I personally enjoy hardstyle every here and there, but I'm a diverse dude, so I don't know. But
and I'm not. I don't listen.
I'm going to take you to a hardstyle concert.
Listen, I did a DJ battle. No, you know what's funny? I did a DJ battle.
150 all night.
Yeah, I did a DJ battle in Tampa, and they had a roulette. It was a roulette wheel.
What genre you have to play?
You had to play hardstyle?
No, I wasn't in it. I sponsored it. But one of the things was hardstyle. And
that'd be fun.
It landed. A few people got hit with hardstyle, and
did they even have it? Did they even have it?
They got 5 minutes to prepare.
Oh, so you gotta go. You gotta go in the pools real
go in the pools real
Grab
quick.
Whatever you can.
Find something, and each one knocked it out the park because I was just like, that would have never been me.
This man would have quit on the spot. Hardstyle, I'm out. I'm out.
Close the computer.
I don't know.
That's it. I'm done.
See you later.
That's done.
But speaking of genres, fellas,
let's hit them charts, boys.
Listen,
since we're talking about
Beyonce
trends.
Over here got a whole new album.
Texas. Yeah.
Listen,
crossover.
Now here's the thing: the album's not even a country album.
It's like country pop.
Country pop-ish. There's some hip hop tracks on there too.
I listened to it. It wasn't bad.
But TikTok over here.
All right. What do we got? TikTok trends with Dez.
Someday I'll Get It by Alec Olsen went from 19 last week and now he's number 1 this week.
Do you know that song?
That's crazy. I don't even know that song. Then Texas Hold'em was at number 4. They're at number 3 right now.
Expected the album drop.
Loving on Me was at number 8. Now it's at 6, holding on.
Still holding on.
Now Carnival by Ye and Ty Dolla $ign.
Yep, still holding on.
Was at number 3 and is now at number 7. That's kind of wild.
It's gonna eventually start dropping.
Yeah, but you wouldn't expect it to just drop like that,
bro. Bobby Caldwell's still on this.
What?
Yes, from the last time we talked.
Wow.
And he dropped down to 11 from number 5. Now, that Cardi B freestyle went up from 45 to 15, the Miami freestyle.
Okay.
That was pretty good. That freestyle is actually pretty good. I like that one.
Okay. What's 25?
Oh, no, that one was like what? Like
honorable mention off the TikTok charts right now.
What?
Like one that you just didn't see coming or that you don't even know. It's a whole bunch of random songs.
It's a bunch of random songs. Like Jeezy.
So that's for TikTok, right?
That's TikTok.
Now, for example, Billboard Hot 100. I know I covered that on the last episode too. And this one, top 10.
What do you got?
You got 5 Future songs on the top 10.
5 Future songs.
Yes.
Future just dropped an album, right? That's why he's got so many tracks up there.
Was it Metro Boomin, right?
Yeah.
Metro Boomin in the Future.
Yep. You got Like That at number 1. You got Type Shit at number 2. You got
and they asked me for that too.
Well, Like That is popping right now because that's the song that Kendrick went off on.
Yeah.
J. Cole and
he
did that whole thing. So obviously that's getting radio play Like That. And I ain't gonna lie, the beat go hard.
Oh, the beat goes hard.
Is it on the TikTok?
It's not on the TikTok.
See that's the crazy thing, man.
You didn't see one on
They
the
haven't
top.
made a mix. They probably haven't made a dance for it yet. That's probably the reason why.
Yo.
They probably haven't made a dance for it yet. I got a friend that lives up in Connecticut that does like
TikTok
she
dances?
learns like all the
TikTok
she's like learning
dancers?
all the TikTok dances in her free time.
Oh man.
And I'm like,
she must have a lot of free time.
oh, she got a lot of free time.
Yo.
She got a lot of free time. But hey, you know what? More power to you. You getting your fitness on, you getting your energy out, you know what I mean? Like, hey, it gives you something.
When are you gonna
projection.
when are you gonna be on a TikTok video dance? I need to see that.
We are on a TikTok video, these reels that we make. This podcast, that's what we do. Follow at the DJ Plug on all social media right now. Real quick.
Plug.
You know?
All right, what else you got on Billboard that stands out? I feel like last week we talked about the same thing, how whenever an album drops, it just
Last week.
explodes.
It was a couple weeks ago.
Last episode.
Last
my
month.
bad.
Yeah, this is like no,
Yeah.
it wasn't that. It was
It was
quite a
last,
month
it was
ago.
the beginning of last month.
I mean, yeah, we're in a
few weeks.
Yeah, we're in
But
the beginning of
same thing,
April,
the same
fellas.
thing happened that Netix was like, oh, it's all over. All of Kanye's album was all over the.
There's no
Billboard chart.
Taylor Swift. Taylor
Taylor
Swift anywhere.
Who's Tyler?
Who's Tyler Swift?
Taylor Swift.
There's no more Taylor Swift
TikTok,
anywhere to be
baby.
seen.
TikTok, baby.
You got Beautiful Things by Benson Boone.
Okay.
Lose Control, Teddy Swims. Too Sweet.
Still holding strong. Okay.
Yep. Loving on Me is on here, number 7.
Number 7.
Yep.
Okay. I'm surprised to
Yo,
see that.
I didn't. So did y'all know that was a sample?
Loving on Me?
Yeah.
The chains and whips thing.
Yeah, that's a sample. Like,
What?
I don't know the guy's actual name.
Oh, we're gonna have to look that up.
We're gonna look that up real quick. Go ahead.
I thought that was creativity. All right. So what else? Honorable mention. Billboard. And are you playing any of these songs at your open format sets?
Well, not really playing a lot of Future out there.
It's not really the room for where you're at, huh?
What about you, sir? What
I
do
need
you
a
got?
Netix Tech House remix to. I need a Netix Tech House to like that.
You know what?
Hey yo,
Like that?
yeah.
What,
hey,
oh, the Cardi
sample
B?
that, hey,
The
yo.
Cardi
No,
B?
the
No,
like
no,
that, like the
future track.
Oh, gotcha.
Watch out for that Netix edit coming out real soon, baby.
Yeah, whatever bass Cadillac Dale.
Yeah, Cadillac Dale.
That's
Cadillac.
a sample.
That's
Yeah.
the
So
sample?
what? Yeah. So it uses the I don't want no. It's the sample of that. It actually, you actually listen to the song.
R&B song,
It's
bluegrass.
No, it's definitely R&B, but it has like a feeling of like an 80s funk type of record.
Okay.
Like an old 80s pimp out, like a 80s pimp style record.
That
Yeah.
Okay.
1995.
1995.
Yeah, 95.
Oh damn, I was actually born.
Shout out to whosample.com.
Yeah, exactly. I just went up there
You
too.
really look at whosample.com?
Yeah, you don't go in there?
You really?
You don't go in there?
Yo, that,
Bro,
listen,
That's
man,
the
You
best.
are behind.
I am. I'm behind. Damn.
You're just behind,
I'm
bro.
low key behind.
Dinosaur Ricky.
For real. You know, you guys know I don't believe in AI, so
Dude.
Whosample.com.
Whosample.com.
I knew about
Bro.
that Piff and all that stuff. I don't know about Whosample.
No, listen,
that-
whosample.com is legitly the
Yeah.
truth. Because when you got to think of something,
That's
and you're like,
DJ's.
Yeah,
I don't want to say
that's a
DJ's.
cheat code.
Yeah,
That's a cheat code
I'm gonna
for
have
sure.
I'm gonna have to pop in on that. All right, so to top things off on the charts on this episode, I covered the Spotify.
What you got? What you
So
got?
Spotify, this Too Sweet by Hosier, number 1. All right, rose up from being number 4 to number 1. Like that, number 2 was number 1 before, is now number 2. In my open format sets, I am playing Like That. I like the way You Kiss Me by Artemis.
But when are you playing like that, though?
Trap hip hop sets.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like a 72
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
future song.
I don't like being in that BPM. I'm gonna tell you guys
No,
the
my
truth.
least favorite BPM is probably like 81. I don't really
Really?
like that. Yeah,
I like-
a little uncomfortable when I'm in the 80s for some reason.
I don't mind being in the 80s to 90s, and I don't like 80. My range is really 95 to 105.
I don't mind 90s.
I don't like my
80s. I'm not.
See, I don't mind 80s because 80s gives me like Big Sean dance.
I feel very limited in that that BPM. As a matter of fact,
there's about 30 songs I could play through that.
One of our DJ colleagues, it's funny. Let's see if anybody realizes, but they used to call me like Captain 105 when I was DJing downtown. When I first started DJing downtown,
Captain 105,
because I would never leave. I would do a 2 to 3 hour set,
and you just stayed in that BPM
100 to like 107. I would never leave. I would never go up. Like,
and you have 4 hours of that music?
Up? Nope. Yeah, man, reggaeton, hip hop at the time,
reggae,
dancehall. I would fuck it up for all three. I was comfortable.
That's understandable.
Obviously, I don't do that no more. But yeah, They literally called me like Captain 105.
He said, "I don't do."
One
of
my boys put Captain 105 on the flyer one time. They're like, "Who's this?" I was like, "You're a dick for that one."
Captain 105.
But the top of the charts, Carnival number 4, definitely playing it. Texas Hold'em number 8. I expect the next time we talk about charts, Beyonce's album is going to be all over it because she's got 2 tracks already on there.
Yeah.
That one with Miley, nice song. More Future, all right, type shit, literally. And then going down the list, Lose Control, Teddy Swims on there, Red Rum by 21 Savage, Jolene, and a whole bunch of other Beyonce in the top 25. Fiend is still holding strong at 19, definitely playing that. Yeah. And Obsessed by Olivia Rodrigo to top off the top 25. I'm not playing any Rodrigo on there. So
I don't even have one of her songs, so
yeah, nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah. All right, well, fellas, I appreciate y'all coming in. You know, I think our next one's gonna be even better. We got a guest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So be on the lookout for the next one for sure.
New challenger.
You know.
Get over here.
We'll try to still keep this podcast under an hour, but it most likely won't be with the few people we got in line to come on as a guest here on Just a Tip DJ podcast over here.
Good time.
So once again, fellas, thank you guys for coming on out.
Follow the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Follow it right now. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yup.
We're going to put this on all the other streaming platforms that y'all listening to other than just YouTube. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all as always. Fellas, good night.
Have a good night.
Peace out, y'all. You know the move.
Peace.
Just two.
Uh-huh.